Hey, Tubies! This is Bob Hickman. I tell you, I am having a crazy day. It's like anything that can go wrong goes wrong. I've had phone problems, I've had computer problems. I tell you, you name it, it's going crazy today. I think Mercury's in retrograde, so I got to check the charts. But, anyways, you know what? When I get to come here and be with you guys, everything gets better. A lot of you wrote and you said, Psychic Bob, what about messages from the spirit world? Well, this week has been insane for Psychic Bob. I've had to travel. I've had a lot of readings. It's been a little crazy, so bear with me. Anyways, it's Wednesday, and we're going to do messages today. And actually, if you think about it, Wednesday's probably a better day because it's the day of Mercury, which is air energy, which is communication. So there you go. So we're going to do messages from the spirit world. But before we get into all that, let's just take a moment and attune to the spirit world. Okay, I hear my guide Fletcher back here. He says hello. Well, just before we get into the letters, I want to say one more thing. A lot of you have been writing. Be patient. Psychic Bob gets a lot of letters, and I can't always get to everybody right away. But listen to every message, because you may find a message for you that comes through in somebody else's letter. You know, Spirit wants to reach so many people, and they will oftentimes work through another person's letter to reach you. So try to keep that in mind as you listen to the letters today, okay? Well, I'm so glad you're here, and I know Fletcher is as well. And we're going to start into our letters, all right? Our first letter is from Wandering Creator. Hello, Wandering Creator. This is my buddy Pete out of the United Kingdom. Hey, Pete, how you doing? Good to hear from you. Pete, you have an interesting letter here. I really like this one. And you said, Dear Bob, my question is about experiences I've had at night with UFOs and space brothers. Are these experiences real, or are they dreams? I've experienced black triangle UFOs and felt like I was lifted up by a beam of light. Please help. Hi, Pete. You know, when I step into your vibration, it's interesting because I pick up around you like silver sparkling light. It's almost like stardust. And for me as a psychic, that means that you're having a connection with the star people. Now, it's interesting here that you say, are these experiences real or are they dreams? I have to tell you, I feel that they are real, and they have a dreamlike quality to them, but they are real. Now, the reason why they have a dreamlike quality is that the alien cultures that are interacting with those of us on Earth are working through the astral realm. The aliens are traveling transdimensionally, and when we interact with them, some element of that interaction is transdimensional. And it's through that realm that you're connecting, and you're actually awake during it, but because it's transdimensional, it seems very dreamlike. So I'm not trying to scare you, but it is actually happening. I do pick up actual interactions with you. In your case, I feel that the grays are involved. And I'll be honest, I'm not the most excited about the gray aliens. But I have had other people have come to see me who have directly encountered the grays. And for some of them, the experience was not terrifying. It was absolutely fascinating. So not every gray experience is a trauma. I'd be interested to hear from you if you feel upset about this experience or if you're in harmony with it. The reason I ask that is when I step into your vibration, the silver light tends to mean a higher frequency. So I feel like the experience, for the most part, has been enlightening for you. So I'd like to hear a little more about that. But I can tell you as a psychic that you are connecting, and it is with the gray aliens. Okay. I'd like you to get a notebook also and write your dreams every day. Write it down, and you'll probably notice a pattern because I pick up around this that it's not every day. It's like you'll have a few days where it'll be regular and then it disappears for like a month, and then it comes back. So if you keep a journal of when you're having these experiences, you'll notice the pattern, okay? I'd like to talk to you more about this offline, so shoot me an email, okay? Thanks, Pete. Blessings to you. All right, our next letter is from Angelo Adrian. Hi, Angelo. And Angelo writes and says, hello, Bob. I've been doing rituals and offerings to the Fae. What kind of Fae is around me? I feel like it's Cernunnos and possibly one of the other Fae, the king or the queen. Please help. Hi, Adrian. You know, when I'm stepping into your vibration, I do pick up Fae energy around you. So I do feel that your spell work is bringing a connection. I say that because you have shining gold light around you. Many times the Fae have that light around them, or people have been in their presence have that light. I pick up Titania around you. Titania is one of the queen of the fairy, queen of the Fae. And I also get Oberon and Titania. Now they were actual Fae being. They're in myth and stuff, but they actually do exist, and many people that work with the Fae have encountered them. So I pick those up around you. I do also feel Cernunnos. It's interesting, I feel Cernunnos is almost like a guide, though. It's like he guides you into the Fae realm. And it's there that you work with Oberon and Titania. So I do see around you actual Fae connections. Okay? Hope that helps. Blessings. All right. Our next letter is from Amy Crafts, 2012. Hi, Amy. And she writes, Dear Bob, when my dad died, I had a dream that he was in ancient Egypt. He was carrying people or bodies and placing them on some kind of table. He told me in the dream that he would rather be back with us. This has bothered me for many years. Was this a trick of my mind, or could it be true? You know, Amy Hunt, that's a good question. In regards to your father, I do feel that he did come to you that night in your dream. I don't think it was a trick of the mind. But what happened, he was not being tortured and suffering in the afterlife. But what it was is that he was still acclimatizing to life over there. Your father actually had a past life in Egypt where he was profoundly spiritual, profoundly gifted. And he did healing work in that life. He was a doctor. And so to bring him into his full consciousness after he crossed, they put him in an Egyptian environment in order to allow him to not only remember who he was in this past life, but in his past lives. And that Egyptian life for him was a powerful, positive life. When he contacted you, he was still acclimatizing to life over there. He was not yet fully awakened, and so he was a little confused. Don't let that dream upset you. He was trying to say he's fine and that he missed you. It wasn't that he was necessarily totally in a place of sorrow and suffering and hell-like conditions. He was actually in a very paradisical place where they were reintroducing him to his healing gifts. I do believe your father is now in the light fully and has embraced his true self, and he has a healer energy around him that he carries from that Egyptian life. And he's now doing work as a healing guide for others in spirit. So know that he's doing good, and they were just simply helping him to awaken to his true potential and to what he was going to do in the spirit world, okay? It's nothing bad. It's actually a blessing, and he's very happy, and he's in the light. Blessings to you. All right, our next letter is from Maria Romano. And she says, Dear Bob, what is the name of my spirit guide? Please help. Hi, Maria. Your spirit guide's name is Andre, A-N-D-R-E, Andre. And he isn't actually an angel, Very tall, beautiful, kind of brownish, blondish hair, very wavy and thick. He has eyes like lightning, powerful. He's a great protector to you, and he's going to be helping you here in the coming year to attune to your psychic abilities, particularly in the dreams. And I want you to ask for him by name. Andre is your guide's name, okay? So not to worry, he's around you, and you and he will be connecting very soon. All right. Hope that helps. Blessings to you. All right. Our next letter is from Jenna C. And Jenna writes and says, Hi, Bob. For the longest time, I have felt lost. I'm not really close to my family or friends, only close to my partner. I haven't been truly happy in a long time. Part of me feels like it's because of my current surroundings that they are holding me back. When do you see me moving away from home? You know, Jenna, when I step into your frequency, I do get around you a lot of dark blue light. It's like navy blue. That color in the aura means that you're struggling with depression. And I think for you, for the short term, it may be good to work with the doctor with some antidepressants. I don't think this is a long-term condition, but I do feel like your depression is debilitating you. Yes, you do have some challenging circumstances, that I see, but I feel that your depression is more than the circumstances, that it actually has at least for now, a biochemical effect. And I think that a doctor would be able to give you something to help ease that, and that will bring you greater clarity of thought and greater peace. In terms of moving, I keep seeing the number 2 around this, and I feel like it's about well, let me put it this way, it's about 2 years yet until you're really fully ready to go. I feel like this year, 2016, this is going to be a money building year for you. I get more money around you, I get prosperity, I get growth there. And I feel in the next year, in 2017, is where you'll actually be able to look at it. So not actually full 2 years, more like a year and a few months. And so I want you to make 2016 a focus on balancing the emotion and working on that financial aspect. And I do see you being able to move in 2017, okay? Anyways, I send a lot of blessings to you, and if I have your permission, I will light a candle on my altar tonight for you and let that burn to give you some healing power, okay? Keep me posted. Let me know, okay? Thank you so much for writing. Well, guys, listen, that is all the time I have for letters today. But not to worry, we'll be back next week, We'll have more letters. I am so glad you guys are here. You guys rock. I want to say thank you to all the new subscribers. Thanks for being part of my channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. It's free. You can be part of our community. We have a wonderful time. So anyways, I hope you'll like this, favorite, share it with your friends. Tell them about Spirit Channel. Have them come be part of the scene here. I'm so thankful for all of you, and I'm blessed, and I send you all my blessings. And of course, be back here next week, and we'll have another Messages from the Spirit World.